This is the Red and Gold Fan Club from KPIX and CBS News Bay Area.
Hello, I'm Matt Lively. Welcome to the Red and Gold Fan Club. The NFL playoffs start this weekend, and the 49ers are sitting pretty on a bye week as the top seed in the NFC. But of course, this is called the Fan Club for a reason. We want to take the temperature of the 49er faithful throughout the postseason. So joining me now, 4 diehards from around the Bay Area and even beyond. Let's meet the Fan Club, starting with Ken from Santa Clara. And check this out.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care. Hands up, let's go.
The foghorn.
Oh, I love it. This man's tapped in. Ken, thank you so much for joining us. People might have seen the 49er Tailgate Instagram account, and it looks like you're always working on these Niners videos. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, man, 49ers Tailgate, really, man. You know, I've always made videos, but becoming a Niner fan, I started filming our tailgate, and then people loved it, and everybody was like, man, you got to get that on socials. And as soon as I did that, people just embraced it. And then with the help of our friend right there, 49er Mark, this guy is the legend, man. He's been around for a long time as an iconic fan. He took me around the tailgates, introduced me to a lot of people, and that's when kind of like my platform just really helped blow up. So all the people that I've met along the way, man, it's just it's been great the past 3 seasons, and it's just bringing a light to what we do as a fan base, how crazy we are as a fan base, and you know, just showing a spotlight on how hard everybody, how much work everybody puts into the tailgate, and so it's just creating an excitement throughout the whole playoffs. Throughout the season and now leading to the playoffs. So now we're super excited.
We love to see it. Your videos, obviously, it shows how much the Niner fans love this team. I can see by what's behind you, man, you've been collecting. You love this team. I'm curious. I want to know what your all-time favorite 49ers moment is as a fan. And then, and I have a guess, I feel like I know who it is, but who is your all-time favorite player?
It has to be our legendary quarterback, man. Mr. Montana brought us 4 championships, and he just means everything to the fan base and to the franchise and to the fans, you know. So it would have to be Montana, not a question. And also Jerry Rice. Also, it might be a little debate between everybody, but I think those two come along together, right?
What would you say your favorite all-time moment is in 49er history?
49er history, it would have to be, you know what? It would have to be probably the catch. It was a historical play that everybody, just like if you were to ask everybody, I think most people would say, remember the catch. Yeah.
Hard to argue. All right, thanks, Ken. Let's move over to Mark. Many of you know him as 49er Mark. Man, I always see this guy at the games. He makes sure to stop me. You're the man, Mark. But, hey, you might remember him from a fan contest that he won back in 2011. We're going to take a look at that now.
Yes! Touchdown! Frank Gore! What would it be like if I scored a touchdown and did a touchdown dance?
Much love from the SFC. Handle bricks in the back of Candlestick. House in Twin Peaks. View panoramic. Still with the cannon. 40 or 50 caliber. 5-time champion. Destroy any challenger. Hit like Barry. Score like Jerry. Still right. the more the merrier.
Oh, Mark, you absolutely killed it, man. What was it like to be able to be in that contest, and the fact that you got to do it at Candlestick, which is awesome?
You know how many people can actually say that the Niners let me borrow Candlestick for 3 to 4 hours? It was fantastic.
That's so cool, man. And I'll ask you the same questions that I've been asking Ken. You know, what is your favorite moment in 49er history?
You know what? I'm so blessed. I've been to almost every favorite moment we probably all have, going back to when Steve Young threw the ball to into the end zone and he almost fell down against Green Bay. I've been to the pick of the stick. I've been when Joe Montana's was retired at Candlestick and Jerry Rice came back from his knee injury. And then, of course, all of the instances at Levi Stadium. But I'm going to choose something a little different because being 49er Mark is about what we do as fans and connecting with fans. And I always believe that we should support the team 100%. And I never leave a game early. I stay to the end. So my favorite moment is when Jeff Garcia drove the 49ers back against the New York Giants. And we were down by, I think, 20, 30 points. And he threw that last pass. And I remember looking around the stadium and people had left because they thought we were going to lose. But our team never dies. So, you know, I stayed to the very end. And so, you know, my moment is staying to that very end of the New York Giant Niner game. And Garcia brought us back for the win.
Man, that's called faithful to the Bay right there. You've got a couple of great jerseys behind you as well. Who's your all-time favorite player?
Well, I got to split my history into two parts. My all-time favorite player from the past, we all love our Mount Rushmore players, but I go with Ronnie Lott because Ronnie Lott set the tone. He made the hits, and he let the other team know what was coming, and he told our team, this is what you got to put out. So Ronnie's my man, and even when I played a little football on my own, I wore number 42, and currently my all-time favorite player is George Kittle. Jorge, he's the guy, man. He connects to the fan base as well as a lot of the other players, but Kittle's my man.
It's such a fun team to watch right now. Ronnie Lott was at that regular season finale as well, ran out into the field, so that must have been exciting for you, 49er Mark. Thanks so much, man. Still ahead here on the Red and Gold Fan Club, we'll meet two more members of the 49er faithful and how they're supporting the Niners up and down the entire West Coast. We'll be right back.
This is the Red and Gold Fan Club from KPIX and CBS News Bay Area.
All right, time to check in with Renee Rodriguez. She is based here in San Francisco and says that she recently moved back to the Bay Area, which means that she's finally able to see her team on a regular basis, even a season ticket holder. Renee, thanks so much for being with us. And you told us that you basically accidentally ended up going to Seattle for the Thanksgiving game. Take us through that. How'd that happen?
So another 49ers season ticket holder asked me, he's like, are you going to go to the game? And I'm like, well, of course I'm going to go to the game. It's a home game. And he's like, no, you were talking about going to Seattle. And I was like, maybe. And then he was playing around looking at ticket prices. And then he texted me and then he freaked out and he actually called me. He's like, I bought the ticket. So I said, I guess we're going. And we went. And that was like that first picture that you showed. Yeah, I ended up in Seattle. It was amazing because we killed them.
What a game to watch. Man, what a fun one to go to. You can cross Thanksgiving off the list. So, Renee, I'll ask you the same question I've been asking everyone. What is your favorite moment as a fan?
There's so many, but I mean, I would go with the iconic, remembering the catch, right? Because that's what it's all about. That's what like sticks in a Niners fan's head.
That's awesome. I love that moment so much. Great call, great play. And who is your all-time favorite player?
Okay, well, wait. So can I tell you who my favorite current player is as well?
Absolutely, of course.
Okay, so all-time favorite, nothing but love for Mr. Jerry Rice.
That's right.
Love Jerry. But my current favorite, Nick Bosa.
How can you not love the little bear? Nick Bosa, Saccaroni. Love it.
Yes.
Love it, Renee. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we've got a member of the faithful based in Southern California. Antoine lives in the LA area, says he's been a diehard since the early 90s. You live down south, so you're always in enemy territory when you're going to games, Antoine, which is good because SoFi Stadium this year was basically a red out. So what's it like repping the Niners when you're always kind of in Rams territory?
I mean, honestly, it's great because in Southern California, we run it. The San Francisco 49ers are the team of Southern California, not the Rams and not who are they, the Chargers. They don't stand a chance. The majority of the fans love the 49ers. And it's been great because, other than our NFC Championship loss, that hurts dearly, we've been whooping up the Rams. So all the games I go to, it's fun. We have a good time. The Rams have a beautiful stadium, so I have a great time watching us whip them up every year.
Oh, that's great. I saw that up close and personal week 2 this year. It didn't even feel like there was a Rams fan at SoFi Stadium. Right. It was so cool to see. Well, same question. What is your all-time favorite moment?
My favorite moment is when I travel, I convince my wife, because she's not a football fan, whatever, but that's another story. But I convinced my wife to go up to San Francisco for a playoff game. I believe it was 2011, 12. It was the catch-3 with Vernon Davis against New Orleans Saints. That game was so hectic. It was such a back and forth. And they scored towards the end. You think you might lose. And then we march all the way down and Vernon Davis catches the ball and we win. And I've never experienced anything like that ever.
That was an emotional game,
that's my favorite moment.
Yeah, that's a great moment. So is Vernon Davis your favorite guy, or who's your favorite player?
No, I love Vernon Davis, but the other 85 I love better is Kittle. But my favorite player ever, I'm going to do like Renee. My favorite player ever is the GOAT, Jerry Rice.
That's right.
But my favorite player right now is Brock Purdy because his story resonates with so many people. He's an average guy that's overlooked, doesn't get the respect he deserves, but he works hard and continues to improve. And when he has a setback, he doesn't allow that to be his narrative, to be his story. He comes back the next week and kills you. So my favorite player right now is Brock Purdy. And after this season, I have a feeling he's going to be my favorite player ever.
I love that. No more Brock Purdy hate. We've been preaching that here in San Francisco. No more Brock Purdy hate. Well, thanks, Antoine. When we come back, the Niners cruise to the NFC's top seed, but there are some dangerous teams still looking to pull an upset. We'll ask our panel of fans which squad poses the biggest threat. That's next on the Red and Gold Fan Club.
This is the Red and Gold Fan Club from KPIX and CBS News Bay Area.
As we all know, the 49ers, they got the first round bye, so I want to ask each of you, and maybe there isn't one, but there are threats in this postseason to the Red and Gold. There's at least a matchup that you're like, I don't know if I want the Niners to face that team. So we'll go back to Ken. I'll start with you. Which team do you maybe not want the Niners to see, or do you think will be the toughest for the Niners to face in this postseason?
I'd say, the last team other than the Rams, the last big team that we played is the Ravens, man. They scare me. They're good on all sides, both sides of the field. So definitely, I think that's what everybody else might say.
I'm with you there. The Ravens look good. Mark, I'll ask you the same question.
We don't fear nobody.
There it is.
This team, when healthy and we got it going, nobody can beat us. But the question is, do we have a team that we should fear? And I think it comes down to familiarity, and that should be the Rams. But they got to get through their own gate first, and they're playing with the Lions, and let's see them earn it to get to us first.
I love that. That's going to be a great game. Renee, by the way, you can now say that you saw Pete Carroll's last game against the 49ers in Seattle, so that's pretty cool for you. But which team do you maybe not want to see in this postseason?
I'm not worried about any of the teams. I think that all the other teams should be worried about us. When the Niners are healthy, we are a force to be reckoned with, and they should be worried.
All right. I love that answer. And we'll finish off here with Antoine. What do you say? Any team that you don't want to see?
I have the same sentiment. There's nobody we should be worried about But if we're going to be concerned, if we have to answer and give a specific team, it would be the Ravens because they beat us. But in that game, it was a fluke. It was a fluke. And I don't expect us to have 5 turnovers again. And they needed 5 turnovers to beat us. It's not going to happen again. If they're lucky enough to make it to Vegas, see you later.
That's right. And I think all 49er fans would be pretty excited to see a Ravens-49ers Super Bowl rematch. And, hey, I don't think the lights are going to go off at Allegiant Stadium this time. I hear the electricity bill is a little bit better there. But I want to thank our super fans for joining us here, the first ever edition of the Red and Gold Fan Club. We hope to check in with them throughout the playoffs. And, of course, we'll have plenty of coverage on KPIX and CBS News Bay Area. Thanks to all of you.
Quest for 6, baby. Quest for 6.
Getting that number 6.
Go
baby.
Niners, baby. Go Niners.